Well, it was an interesting season, to say the least. It all started when I went to Quebec to play a couple of exhibition games, and I got a ticket for using the handicapped bathroom. The worst part was I was sitting down. Now I got hotel security standing over me asking me for proof of ID. I said, could you give me a minute? 2 weeks later, I'm on the road recruiting. Well, I've been dyeing my hair blonde forever. It goes along with my inability to act my age, not my shoe size. And it reminds me when I was a young cabana boy at the Beverly Hills Hotel handing out towels to A-listers. Well, apparently it's raised some concern amongst some of my college coaching constituents as to which team I'm on, if you get my drift. So I'm at a game and this coach yells out, "Are you gay?" I said, "No, but I'm willing to learn." 2 weeks later, I buy a Subaru Outback. Turns out I'm a lesbian. The next month, I wake up with incredible pain in my back and I can't move. Apparently, being 500 pounds overweight can impact your health. I mean, where's that information when you need it? I start dancing at a wedding and the band skipped. My belt size was a equator. I hung the family picture up and the wall fell down. So I make an appointment to see the doctor about the weight. I show up a little bit early so I can wait 4 hours so he sees me for 3 minutes. That's a great process. Well, they call me in. He says, stick out your tongue. They put a popsicle stick on it. Then he shoves the small funnel with a light in my ear, hits me in the knee with the rubber mallet and leaves. I start thinking, this isn't good. Well, nowadays they have an acronym for any kind of disease or disorder. I'm sure you've seen the ad where the elephant's sitting on the guy's chest and he says, "My name is STED. I suffer from OCPD." Well, there's ADHD, there's HIV, there's OCD. One of my personal favorites, OAB, overactive bladder. That's where the woman's trying to get the bowling shoes and the bladder's pulling her down the hall. Well, 45 minutes later, Einstein comes back with his clipboard. He says, "Mr. Mattson, you have ED." Of course, now I'm thinking erectile dysfunction. I mean, I didn't know I'm having problems in that area. He says, "No, you have an eating disorder." Really? I gotta tell you, that caught me by surprise. I said, "How much was that diagnosis? About 500 bucks? 750. Okay, good talk." Well, then Ty Rickenbach changed his name to Rye Rickenbach after the Whoopie scare. Bill Nash finds out that Santa Claus isn't real. Shane Gorman applies to be a driver's education teacher. A sophomore class refuses to move to off-campus housing because they don't want to miss the ice cream social in the resident hall. The team gets haircuts at PetSmart. And of course, there's our last goal of the year, the infamous last goal, which was the game winner, just wasn't for the right team. Tony. Oh well, like my mother used to say after a good meeting for a not great report card, this too shall pass. I'd like to give a shout out to the Norwich Hockey Management Team, SEAL Team 4.9, Shep Flounder, Fred Fredenberg, E. Mentos, who was fired for being an overachiever, and Pistol Pete, who retired early. I appreciate you putting yourself in harm's way every day with tape cuts, burning each other with a heat gun, and choking on hot pizza before the team gets off the ice. It's this type of dedication and low-level performance that make you the great men you are. Well, I'm presenting 2 awards today, the first of which goes to one of our own, Paul Fred Fredenberg. Paul is only the second cadet in the history of the management program to complete a 4-year sentence, an achievement which I'm sure will deem some kind of therapy as an adult. You may recognize Paul from last summer's episode of Shark Tank. Paul asked the Sharks for $5 for 100% of his company and developed a wrinkle cream for walruses and basset hounds that proved out no luck. Paul will be graduating this spring and will be commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Army. Fortunately for all of us, Paul won't be involved in any activities with weapons. He will, however, be responsible to make sure that all the copy machines have the right level of toner. Paul, we wanted to get you an award that would be indicative of your 4-year commitment to the program. Unfortunately, they were all out of hockey figurines. But we were able to get you this great martial arts award with the insignias San Bernardino County Divisional Championship Red Dragon Dojo 7th Sensei Award. Let's give it up for Paul. This next award recipient is truly gifted. To say he had an exceptional freshman year would be an understatement. I'm sure if any of you watched the Final Four in basketball this year, you heard the commentators use the term one and done. It refers to a freshman basketball player who's so gifted, he passes up his last 3 years of college to go straight to the NBA. We as a coaching staff thought we may have a similar situation with this young man. Fortunately, just last week, he assured us that he's turned down a very lucrative offer to join the ACE Hardware Management Training Program, and he will be returning to Norwich this fall. He's an avid collector of miniature ponies. Last summer, he auditioned for The Voice. This summer, you can see him working at the Eden Prairie Walmart as a greeter as part of his anger management training. It gives me great pleasure to present this year's Rookie of the Year Award to Alec Jr. Randy Brandreich. Thank you so much. And remember, it's all fun and games till somebody loses an eye.
Boy, am I glad I